There's a system in place of protection for Stephen A. Smith. And so what I say about Stephen A. Smith, the puppet masters and the group protecting Stephen A. Smith have deemed it irrelevant and not accessible. No one's supposed to react to it. And so I unpacked all these truths about Stephen A. Smith and the lies that he told. And no one addresses it. None of the blogosphere, the people that monitor the media, an awful announcing, Richard Deitch over at wherever he's working at now, anybody at The Athletic, whoever covers the media. Whitlock has unpacked all these uncomfortable truths about Stephen A. Smith. Ignore it. It didn't happen. But here's what they don't ignore. How can what I say and unpack about Stephen A. Smith be irrelevant, unimportant, unworthy of coverage? But what Stephen A. Smith says about me, everybody covers. So when Stephen A. Smith, when I called out his lies and BS, and he went to his own podcast and taped a 45-minute tirade, profanity-laced tirade, everybody covered what he said about me. What Stephen A. Smith says about me is important because it's an attack on me. It's an attack on my credibility. No one called me a liar. Stephen A. Smith didn't call me a liar in his tirade. He just ran it, cursed and screamed, called me a piece of shit, worst human being, fat bastard, all of that. That's news everywhere. His name calling, no substance attack on me. That's news everywhere. When I say, hey man, the guy has written a memoir that is a fantasy, that's filled with lies, and has clearly been written to present him as a presidential candidate. Let's ignore it, don't address it, didn't happen. And then over the course of the year, as I'm being proven right, Stephen A. Smith is now somewhat of a presidential candidate. He's bragging about it. He's showing up in polls. He's puffing out his chest. I've been proven right. They won't address it. There are very, very powerful people positioning Stephen A. Smith for a run for the presidency. They control the information that is presented to you. They frame the information that's presented to you. They frame what you can and cannot say about Stephen A. Smith. Athletes can't fire back at Stephen A. Smith and call out his fraudulence. They've all been instructed. They're all represented by agents connected to Stephen A.'s agents. They're all in fear of Adam Silver and NBA ownership and Bob Iger and Disney. This is the rigged system that needs to be broken up. This is fake news. This is how we end up. I saw a clip yesterday of some woman, I think from Maryland, a senator from Maryland. Can't remember her name. Dang it. But she attacked RFK Jr. I tweeted about this. She attacked RFK Jr. On vaccines, or RFK Jr. was arguing like, hey man, black people should take a different schedule of certain vaccines, and white people should take a different schedule of vaccines based on some differences that science has proven between black and white people. And this woman said, oh, that's very dangerous. That's racist. Yeah, Angela also Brooks is her name, from Maryland. Been on the job for 2 weeks. And that's how we end up with clowns like that. RFK Jr. is trying to give her a scientific explanation. She cuts him off and pretends like he said something racist and dangerous and no, I can't vote for you. She's an idiot, and she's a controlled idiot, controlled by Big Pharma and whoever her puppet masters are, whoever else are her puppet masters. That's how we end up with people in politics in powerful positions. It's a group of controlled idiots who just want money and will say and do anything for money. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. I hope I've unpacked and explained that in a way that you understand and get where I'm coming from. This isn't personal. I'm trying to explain to you how this world works and how we end up with these incompetent politicians. And it's not just on the left. It's on the right end. It's Republicans and Democrats. I'm going to move on. We're going to talk about, what was I going to? Oh, Cam Newton and Troy Aikman here in a minute. Before we do that, I want to tell you guys about a great movie you can go see this weekend, Brave the Dark. It's a movie about a young kid that was saved by his teacher. How far will a teacher go to save a kid on the brink of losing everything? This movie's from Angel Studios, the studio behind or that created The Sound of Freedom. They've now made Brave the Dark, an inspiring true story about a troubled teen struggling to survive in a world that's let him down. Haunted by torturous childhood memories, Nate Williams finds himself engulfed in darkness when his drama teacher, Mr. Dean, bails him out of jail and takes him in. Nate must confront his past before it leads to his own destruction. Brave the Dark reminds us that one meaningful connection can change everything. This powerful film will leave you uplifted and inspired as it shows the strength of compassion and the impact of never giving up on someone. I encourage you to see Brave the Dark in theaters right now. Get your tickets today at angel.com/Jason. That's angel.com/Jason.